All right, here we need to search the wilderness for the woodsman's axe. Trozel says, would you ever do a subathon like JP? No. No, I have been very public over the years that I am at a point with my stream that I don't need to do subathons. So that is not something I would do. If I ever did a subathon, it would be like a charity event, and I would probably rather do just a charity stream or something. Yeah. But no, I have done subathons in the past, and I completely understand when streamers do subathons. But to put it bluntly, subathons are a streamer going, I need more of your money, and I am willing to work harder for it. And I think that's fine, especially for streamers that are like trying to establish themselves or trying to make their reasons, or like subathons are great. Oh wow, I got destroyed. When the streamers have like a reason to do it and they're willing to put in the work to do it. That's great for every streamer. For me, personally, I have an incredibly supportive community. I have been, quote unquote, paying my bills for years. And what I would rather do, personally, is give, like, people, I have thousands and thousands of subs. Right now, between my channels, I have about 17,000 subscribers. And my goal is to give them a consistent, awesome show every single day, without any gimmicks or to imply that I need them to give more than they are. So for me, I'm good. You guys support me enough, and we're good. Like, I don't know how to stress enough, like, we're good. I don't need anything else from you guys. So that being said, I don't need to do anything to imply or tell you that I need more from you. In fact, if anything, like I frequently do, I want to try to convince you to give your subs and prime subs to other people that need it more. Because I'm great. Not only do you guys support me super well, but I also do sponsored streaming and all that stuff on top of it. So I'm great. But again, to answer your question, like, what do I think of subathons? I think they're fine. I think I have no problems with other streamers doing subathons. In JP's case, I know that JP has had tumultuous content stuff. I know that he's had a lot of ups and downs for all the stuff he's done. And I think that him doing a subathon to like solidify his sub base and move forward is great. You know, he's a buddy of mine. I think it's awesome. But would I do that here? No. Because you guys treat me so much better than I deserve already that I don't want you to feel like you need to do more. But to answer your question, that's how that works. Yeah. I don't want you guys to ever feel like you need to give more than you already are. And that's what a subathon is. It's a streamer telling their community, sure, you're doing great, but I want more. That's what a subathon is. I want more. And I don't want you to feel that. If anything, I want you to feel like you need to do less. So, yeah, And for the record, I am so thankful I'm even in that position, because not every streamer is. I am an extremely
good show.
I don't want to use the word lucky, and I don't want to use the word blessed, but I want to say that I'm in a position that I'm extremely thankful and fortunate to be where I am, to be able to say that, because not a lot of streamers are. And if I wasn't in that position, I'd probably be doing subathon, to put it bluntly. But you guys put me in a position where I don't feel that way. I don't feel the need to do that kind of stuff, and I won't. I will just try to deliver a consistent. I will try to give you the value of what you already give me as we continue to move forward. So, yeah. And like I said, if you guys ever stand up as a group and say, we demand a subathon, then what I would do is say, cool, pick a f***ing charity, because that's where that's going to go, because you guys already treat me well enough. And thankfully, you guys haven't done that, and I have kids, so to be blunt, it's really hard to do a subathon when you have kids, especially young kids like I do. Which is why you don't see a lot of, like, adult streamers with kids doing subathons. It's really tough. I mean, in fact, it's interesting. So there's a friend of the channel. His name is Strippin, and Strippin is phenomenal. Great streamer, great human being. Married to a streamer named Dodger, who is also a great human being. And he did a subathon, and it got to the point where I actually dropped into his stream, and I knew he was doing a subathon. And I dropped into his stream because I wanted to gift 100 subs to keep his subathon going. And when I entered his stream, my chat immediately started getting spammed. And what did it get spammed with? People going, stop subbing to him during his subathon. And why did they do that? It's because his subathon had been going on at that point for like 14 days. And his kid came up to him while he was streaming and was like, Daddy, will you please spend more time with me? And Strippin was like, oh my God, I'd love to, but I can't because I'm doing a subathon. And his chat was like, stop subbing to this man now. And Strippin is, for the record, Strippin is a great dad. So even he was like, I'm not going to tell you to stop, but please stop. So, me, like many people, waited for his subathon to die so he could go spend time with his family. And then we came back later and then gave him more subs. So that's a good example of why I don't do subathons these days, is because it's just like, it doesn't really work. You know, it doesn't really work. So, oh, no. I didn't give subs during that time. I did not do that. I waited until the subathon was over, and then I came back later and dropped the bomb. Yeah. It's like, you know, people have lives, man. It's different if you're like a 25-year-old in an apartment and you have no dependents. Like, that's the perfect time to do a subathon, right? But, like, I can only imagine, like, what was going through Strippin's head when he was like, you know, his subathon had multiple days left and his kid and family were wanting to spend time with him, and he was like, nope, gotta do my subathon. So he, you know, he rightfully ended that so he could do his thing. But yeah, so anyway, let's go back to the beginning. TLDR, I don't have any plans to do subathons, and what I will say is, if you would like me to do a subathon or like to support a subathon, there are lots of people on Twitch that are doing subathons, and my personal request is to find those people and support them, because they're probably at a good time in their life to do that. It's a big hype event, and they probably deserve your support as well. So, you know, I'm good. I'm better than good. So, yeah, do that. Do that. A plushie subathon? There you go, Ivy Stan. That's right. That'd be a good one. A plushie subathon. Damn, dude! All of a sudden, I'm getting wrecked. I clearly need to drink. How about a roofathon? You mother... I swear to God. No, the roofathon doesn't need to be done. Did you mean to stress me out? Because you just caused me fundamental stress. What is this? Oh, last episode. Okay. No, the roofathon is happening anyway, so we're good. A bathtub-a-thon? You want to see me in a bathtub? A bathtub-a-thon? Really? You think you're gonna get that without paying some serious Skrilla? Because seriously, you want to see me in a bathtub? That's gonna cost you some Skrilla. You better pay up for that, buddy. That's not free. This right here, this don't come free. All right. We'll talk about that later. You send me a PM to my OnlyFans. We'll talk. But not right now. Doesn't Cohh owe us a hot tub stream? I do owe you a hot tub stream, and you are gonna get it. What I'm doing is I'm waiting for my house rent. Okay. Since we're on the theme of real talking tonight, I will continue to real talk for you. I have a buddy named Zeke who has gleefully offered to join me during my hot tub stream, and that might actually happen. But at the same time, I don't want to bring out my friend Zeke when my house is basically a construction site. So I'm waiting for all this to get done, and then I'm hoping to invite Zeke out, and we'll get the actual hot tub stream done. But Zeke, for the record, is an absolute angel, and he's been like, I don't care, I'll just do whatever. But I'm like, no, if you're gonna spend the time to actually come out here, I'd like it to be somewhat passable and not have there be nails all over the frickin' ground and rock and dust and shit everywhere. So, you know, I want to give him at least a passable experience. So as soon as the house and everything is done, we will work on that. Yes. He has been an angel about it, but I want to, you know, I want to at least give him a good time, quote unquote. Yeah. Cohh lives in the mountains, confirmed. No, I don't live in the mountains. My house is just a construction site. Yeah. So I'd rather him come out when it's not, you know, a half-built mess.
This place reeks.
Deal.
Intruder!
But I am hoping to do it this year. I'm hoping to do it this year. I'm thinking maybe like end of October, November, if things are looking okay, but we'll see. It also manages, you know, whatever his schedule is too. We'll see. I do owe you a hot tub stream, and I am going to make it happen. That was a charity reward from like 3 or 4 years ago, so it is going. I have been duteous in giving you all your rewards, and I will continue to do so. Cohh, can I ask you a question? Have you ever had a game anxiety, of which I mean you play a game maybe for 10 minutes and can't bring yourself to continue it, not being the game's fault, but just how you feel about mentally anxious? So here's what I'll say. Oh yeah, it's a good point, Dustin. But yeah, end of October is TwitchCon Vegas, so probably not then, but we'll see. I have never had it where I've played a game for 10 minutes and felt I can't play this game. And that's mostly because I try to give the game at least a couple hours to get its hooks in me, to see if that's possible. But that being said, I have absolutely played a game for a couple hours and been like, oh, this is not for me. This is not for me. And 99% of the time, unless there's an extenuating circumstance, I will put the game down at that point. Yep. There's also been games that I've tried for longer than I'm generally comfortable in, hoping it will hook me. And it just doesn't. So like there was this game called Triangle Strategy, and people kept telling me like, oh no, just keep playing. It gets better, it gets better, it gets better. And damned if I didn't try my hardest to like that game. and play that game, but it just wasn't for me, man. I tried, and it never grabbed me. It never grabbed me. Not saying it's a bad game, it just never grabbed me. So, but here's the thing, and this is interesting because this has a lot to do with me being a streamer. I fundamentally understand at streaming for 10 years that if I am not having a good time with a game, that I'm not putting on the best show that I can.
I've grown fond of one.
So, weirdly enough, knowing that,
her devotion to the faith could cast even the darkest shadow of doubt from anyone's mind.
I didn't want to
interrupt. It's easy to talk to her about those I left for the calling of the light. She had to leave her family too, a son.
So here's the thing. There's people that give me $5 a month. And those people deserve the best quality show I can provide. So I understand that if I'm not having a good time playing a game, I'm not putting on a fun show for those people. I am degrading the value of the people that are already giving me money if I'm playing a game I'm not enjoying. So that being said, if I realize I'm not enjoying a game, like at that point, I kind of have to go. I have to go. Like I will try a game if chat tells me it gets better, get to this point in the game. Like I think you'll like it if you get to this point. Just keep playing. Like I will try it. But if it's the kind of thing where I've gotten past that point and still not feeling it, I gotta go. I gotta go. Now, interestingly enough, there was a game called Days Gone, where chat was like, no, just get to this part of the game, you'll be fine. And I was like, yeah, chat, whatever. Okay, sure. Yeah, whatever. And chat was like, no, just keep playing. Trust me. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And chat was right. Chat was absolutely right. So, and I not only did I end up finishing the game, I ended up relatively loving the game. So, Days Gone is a good example where I learned that, like, you know, give games a chance. Sometimes, put it bluntly, sometimes devs suck at putting the hook early. Sometimes devs suck at the staging of their stories. But that being said, again, if chat says, no, just get to this point and you'll be fine, and then I get to that point and it's not fine, I know at that point I need to move on. Like if I'm not enjoying it by like the point, like I gotta get Triangle Strategy being a good example. I got to the big hook of Triangle Strategy and I was still like, so I had to go. Yeah. That's just how it works. That's just how it works. Oh, Persona 5. Okay, Chillax says, Persona 5 is a great example of a game that Cohh ended up loving because chat insisted you play it. Yep. You know what another great example of that is? Oh my lord. Okay, let me lead you through this progression. Chat tells me you're gonna love X game. I said, there's no way. Chat says, no, just play this game, you will love it. I said, no, there's no way. Chat says, Cohh, play the f***ing game and stop making excuses. And I said, fine, okay. 6 years later, I am in the f***ing game thanks to chat. And that is Yakuza. So, another good example of chat sticking with their guns and telling me, like, dude, you will like this, just play it. And I'm like, oh, no, I don't want to play it, it's dumb. No, Cohh, shut up and play it. No, I don't want to, it's out of my comfort zone. Chat, Cohh, stop being a stupid and just play the game. It's awesome. Okay, fine, I'll try it. And then it's apparently like the best game, like one of the best franchises ever made. Like that's awesome, and I appreciate that. So, you know, that works. That works. Shout out to Ryu Gagotoku, who then put me in that game later, which I still, to this day, cannot believe that happened. But, yeah, that was, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I have learned that whenever that happens, I need to pay attention to it, and I need to at least try it. I need to try it. But most importantly, it's okay if I don't like it, you know? Like, if I get to the point where the game has kind of showed its teeth, it showed what it's going to do, and at that point it's not something I'm interested in, then I move on. Yep. But I'm always willing to get to that point. Yep, dude, that's a good example of a game I need to try. Hogwarts Legacy. Yep. That is a game that's in my back pocket. I have had many people in chat say you need to play this game. I haven't played it yet. I'm planning to at some point. When I have like a big gap in my schedule, I'm planning on trying that game. Yep. I've had enough people in my community that I trust and know recommend games tell me you need to try this game. And I'm gonna try it at some point. I realized that if I do like it, I'm gonna need like 50 hours. So we'll try it at some point. Yep, 100%. That will happen at some point. I don't know when, but at some point. And the reason I never played Hogwarts Legacy is because I was never a Harry Potter guy. It was never something that interested me. I've never read a book by them. I've never watched a movie. So it's never been something that's ever grabbed my attention. Yep. What are your thoughts on Diablo 4? A great game that I really enjoyed. That was your Go play Golem, you will love it. The Lord of Ring Golem. That's what you're saying? I need to play the Lord of Ring Golem and I will love it. Okay, I don't say this often, but you're wrong. I think we're good. I think we're good, but thank you. I love how I just spent 20 minutes talking about how I need to listen to chat. And then, no, we're good. Yeah, thank you. Maybe drink a lot and then play Lord of the Rings Golem? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Poor Dan. Yo, Dan got like 2 million plus views on TikTok with his Golem stuff. Don't you poor Dan me. Dan did just fine with Golem. Just saying. Dan is the only content creator that actually played it. And more power to that beautiful bastard. No one else played it. So he had like the absolute best stuff from it. And frankly, he deserves every freaking second he got from it. So yeah, that was amazing. That was the whole thing there was amazing.
We received the order.
Like I replied to Dan
Our
on Twitter,
company has
I was
been
like,
called away on a mission for
you
the
took one
light.
for the team, buddy.
I know that like the others
Well
who have
played.
been called to serve, we will not return. We have already given everything to the church. Must we give up our lives as well?
Oh, really? Moist Critical played it? I didn't know that. That's great. Really? I did not know that. I did not know that. What drink am I drinking tonight? I'm drinking Polar Ruby Red Grapefruit and Lime Deep Eddies Vodka. I said lemon earlier. Well, wait, is it lemon? Lemon. Look what you did. Look what you did. That was your fault. Feast your eyes upon what you did. Did you get Dan on DF to talk about Golem? That's not a bad idea. I don't think we're doing DF this weekend because of Diablo 4. But I'm not sure. I normally take a half day on Saturdays. I'm not taking a half day tomorrow. You know why? Diablo 4. Not going to take any breaks when Baldur's Gate 3 releases. Baldur's Gate 3 is going to be such a thing, man. I don't even know where to get started with that game. At this point, I think it's my most anticipated hype title of this year. Yeah. I am so excited for Baldur's Gate 3. Should I be soloing dungeons as I play? I mean, you don't have to. You know? It depends on what you're doing and how you're wanting to do it. But no, you don't have to. No. I'm playing solo because I want to, but it's really you absolutely don't have to. That's it for us.
Need something forged? Anything breaks, the forge is hot.
Hey Nodovo, thank you for the Prime Gaming sub, bud. Thank you. How do you get that blue overshield on your health? Oh, it's probably this. Damaging an elite enemy grants you a barrier absorbing 512 damage for 10 seconds. It's probably what you're seeing. So an ability from a listener.
Help! I beg you!
That right there. I have all of the legendary pants. Yep.
Be careful!
Okay. Wait, Cohh, you went pretty fast there for me. I can't. Can I see that overshield again? I'm going to take a pick. No, the way that it works is anytime I deal damage, damaging an elite enemy grants you a barrier, absorbing 512 damage for 10 seconds. So that's what you're seeing. Anytime I attack an elite, basically I get a barrier. So barrier is the blue over my health. So there has to be an elite around. And then as soon as I attack it, we're good to go.
I tried to convince Soliana to leave with me.
Right there.
I told her that her son would rather grow up with a mother.
See how it says
and we
elite
could start
in the
over,
top?
away from this
Right up there.
frozen wasteland. She refused. Soliana said Duran would be to abandon the light and a better world for her son. Perhaps she's right.
Okay. So we'll equip this because this synergizes a bit with this. So if we damage an elite enemy, it gives us barrier for 10 seconds. And while barrier is active, there's a 10% chance to ignore incoming direct damage from distant enemies. Okay. Okay. We can work with that. And we will work with this even more. Come on. Chat, I gotta go. I gotta do some stuff before I go. And it's time for me to do that. Chat, thank you so much for being here. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. ET. Tomorrow we're going to be doing more of the main story. So hope to see you here for that. It's going to be awesome. We're going to probably spend most of the morning and afternoon stream doing the main story. And then cozy stream doing cleanup, dungeons, that kind of thing. So anyway, thanks for your time. Hope you had fun tonight. And I will see you tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. ET for more fun and games. Have a good one.